Hello, today I'm going to be showing how to work with text field and keyboard so that when the keyboard appears, it pushes the text fields out. And I assume that this is not your first time creating iOS app, and this is the final product that we're going to make in this video. You can name it whatever you like in this field, and I'm going to name it text field and keyboard. And to make sure, we're going to use storyboard and language Swift. Now let's open up our storyboard and we can try to add text field here. And let's drag and drop it down there. Let's make it a little bit wider here and put width constraint. And you can like add constraint to the top as usual, to the trailing and to the leading, and also to the bottom. And I want to share you that the secrets actually lie in the constraint and its relation. So go to the bottom constraint here, edit, and instead of using save area here, we want to use super view instead, because the keyboard appears from the super view, not the save area. And change the relation to less than. Now those are the two keys for us to achieve our goal in this video. And there's also another one here. We need to disable it because we don't want to use the constraint yet. And let's go to the top constraint and change the relation to less than also. Now everything is done. Let's make an outlet of the bottom constraint. Let's name it keyboard bottom constraint. Done. Let's close it and open our ViewController. Now, in order for us to know when the keyboard appears and disappears, we can use notification center here. Default at observer, self and selector. Name it like on the keyboard show. We can create it later for the function. And for the name is UI responder, keyboard will show. And to know when the keyboard actually disappears, we're going to be using notification center as well. Self and selector on keyboard hide. But for the name is, we will use keyboard will hide notification. Now these two will tell us when the keyboard appears and disappears. And we only need to make the objective function here. And another one. Now we know that we deactivated the bottom constraint before, right? So in the on keyboard show, we will activate it again because we want to use the constraint. So we'll call the keyboard bottom constraint here is active and set it to true because we want to activate it and use it. Oops, I forgot the parameter here for notification. Now let's get the user info here from the notification, because from here we can get the keyboard frame. Now let's get the keyboard frame here. Let's name it keyboard size, maybe. UI responder, keyboard frame and get it as CG rect. Now that we have the size of the keyboard, we can just add it to our bottom constraint here using the constant with the keyboard size. And we want to use the height for the keyboard, so we'll use the height here. And the last thing to do is we need to call self-view layout if needed inside the UI view animate, like so. Now let's build and run it to see if it works. Click it. Oops, I must have missed something here. Let's check the constraint to storyboard and the bottom constraint. Ah, yeah, the relation should be greater than. Let's split it again and see. Yep, it's working now, but it's touching the top of the keyboard. We can just easily add a constant here, like so. Let's run it again. Yep, it looks better now. Now the next step is to add some function here to dismiss the keyboard and to return the text field to its original position. Let's make a tab gesture instead and select let's call it dismiss keyword and add it to our view. And create the function dismiss keyword. And we can just simply call the view dot end editing true. This will dismiss the keyword. Let's run it. Just click anywhere in the view and the keyboard is dismissed, but the text field is still there. That's because we haven't done something to the bottom constraint when the keyboard is dismissed. So now let's change the constant back to 0 and deactivate it again. And as usual, call the UI view animate self view dot layout if needed. Now the text field will return to its original position. Well, it's a little bit hard to see the text field, so let's add some color to the text field border here. Let's make an outlet to the text field. Let's name it Dynamic TextField. Open the ViewController. Dynamic TextField. Layer, border color. Maybe you can use secondary level because I don't have any color in my mind yet. And add border width 1. Let's run it again. And that's it. That's how you push the text field up when the keyboard appears. Thanks.